you kind of planned to fly hour and a half, so you have like small amount of water with you. So how you ended up with 6.5 hours?
Stupidity. But no, it was like once I was flying, it was sort of easy to get into like relaxing mode where you would just fly. And I would actually say I could have flown a lot longer. Like I really think if I wanted to, I could set like a 10 or 12 hour record flying.
Cool.
The main thing is like doing transitions, you do relax. The only thing that really hurt was the toes, because the wingsuit booty's always pushing the toes in.
Mm-hmm.
That's like standing on your toes. So my toes were still hurting the next day. And the shoulders, because no matter if it's belly or back, the shoulders never get a rest. And from having flown a lot of weird positions, I could sometimes relax one arm a bit. But the main problem was the heat. The tunnel at that point didn't have like ventilation, so the temperature towards the end was I think 46 Celsius.
Oh my god.
So it was worse than sauna. And the other problem was boredom. Like it was so boring at just flying. So if I were to do it again, I would put a television on the roof and just watch like all Game of Thrones or something stupid, you know, or like some series with subtitles, because the biggest problem was boring, and definitely psychologically the boredom and the noise. At some point you really start getting like almost like depression from the constant noise that doesn't stop. And I've talked to a few other guys that did vertical tunnel records and they had the same issues. Like it's definitely it's definitely it's more a mental record than it is a physical record, because I was done at I think 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. night, and the next morning at 10 o'clock I was already flying for fun again, because I only felt the shoulders, and I felt this from the flying, like this is always overstretching. So but it physically was not as bad as I expected, but I think that also came from the months before. I'd already been flying 5 or 6 hours every day with customers, so the only difference now was no breaks.
Okay.
But yeah, happy I got a record.
Thank you.
There was a person who broke like a wingsuit, like some Guinness record. I think it was like highest jump. And he went to Robert asking for a sponsorship, and he was like, "So Robert, I just broke like the highest wingsuit jump records. I'm now in the Guinness Book of Records." And Robert's answer, "Congratulations, you're now next to a woman with longest fingernails."